The beacon light on top of the airplane, once it bursts out with twinkling light, it signifies life, a navigational signal in the airfields, even a place out of nowhere. For frequent travelers, the sighting of this light brings excitement, for yet another traveling experience is about to begin. Traveling can be fun, where one can get to explore new things out from their comfort zones, from touring beautiful places, trying new cuisines, adopting to the new cultures, up to fully understanding the history, realizing how truly diverse the world is. And that all starts at the airport, where the most excited passengers meet with the most active and friendly airport staff. The airport is said to be a noisy, crowded place full of sight and sound, full of life, always making a thunderous sound because of the aircraft engines. And yet, it was all changed when COVID-19 came in. For the past 8 years since my dad joined in the aviation business, he became a living testament how it was vibrant and engaging this place can be, which he called his second home, the airport, the gateway for a great expedition one can ever dream of. The airport is a special place, and it is fundamental to every country for many purposes, such as keeping the non-stop supply chain, travel and tourism, and it mirrors the economic growth and prosperity of a country, to name a few. For most developed countries, a modern airport facility is a must. That is why there is so much investment in facilities and equipment, such as brand new aircrafts, airplane lounges, passenger terminals, duty-free shopping experience, secured cargo handling equipment, etc., as well as developing soft skills for the staff, learning the best work practices and ethics to create the best airport experience for the passengers. The airport is a major business hub that generates livelihood, as it employs tons of working airport personnel from different companies. And now, the coming of COVID-19 that stumbled the world, so far the biggest pandemic crisis the humanity have ever dealt with, the first one to brave the impact, the aviation. The impact of COVID-19 in the airline business, where my dad used to work, is tremendous and unscalable. in terms of lost business and most especially lost livelihood to people like my dad. This unimaginable consequences had no one ever imagined will come one day. And until it came, and it brought uncertainties as it ripped off many lives, sending out fears across the world. As more and more people gets infected and death toll is increasing from this very contagious virus, there seemed to be no place refuge. Any form of travel have put a person into risk of infecting the virus. For a while, the need for air traveling was put to rest in unison with the World Health experts to perform a strict social distancing to slow down the rate of infection. Since then, the government implemented inevitable total lockdown, which means all borders all over the world will be closed and airlines will be grounded to help flatten the curve while waiting for vaccine for COVID-19. As a result, what we normally see, a flying airplane in the sky, are all being kept and piled up at the airport ground and emptied. Airport passenger hall, airline lounges, and duty-free like an emptied warehouse and cargo equipments being parked at the bay, just like toys of my little brother. The lockdown caused many companies to come to a difficult decisions of laying of their employees just for their survival, and yet they are still stuck in the limbo of uncertainties when and how this virus will come to end.
There was a saying that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Well, that still holds the truth that life is unpredictable. While it is impossible to go back to the old ways, economic and health experts now have been exploring all alternatives to find cure for this virus and preparing the people to be able to progressively live for a new normal, a new world, a new way of life that can stand against the threat of this virus. After all, life must go on. We must trust our government authorities and private entities which are helping hand in hand to contain the virus. We must give our full support and cooperation as a responsible citizen. In doing so, we can defeat the COVID-19. At the airport where I was working, authorities have started to roll out new health measures in traveling as part of the new normal. Social distancing markings, hand sanitizers, PPEs, and those newly installed window glass at the check-in counters and in-flight health security modifications are all aimed to protect both passengers and workers. Will go a long way and will be put to test while we progress from this pandemic. Still, we don't know what lies ahead. No one knows, only our Creator. In this difficult time, we were unwrapped nakedly with the truth that everything around us are all temporal. We have not seen yet the worst COVID-19 impact to the humanity as it progresses, and as the health expert says that a second wave is more severe than the first. But the aftermath of this crisis had brought us now fear, uncertainty, and finally a sense of self-realization in life. Let us start abandoning our self-inflicted kind of virus that is within us, that has caused pain and suffering to other people around us. Our bad habits such as self-entitlement, greed, unkindness, disobedient, and defiant. We must not stop in finding the real wisdom why this crisis came into our lives, not by accident, but more of a truth as the Holy Scripture tells us, that whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life, it is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away. James 4:14. Indeed, life is short and death is sure. And when all is said and done, yet nothing came out, we turn to God and pray without ceasing. 1 Thessalonians 5:17.